Such a good time watching this. If your friends are sitting there and they're wondering for something to do, definitely try and bring them in to watch some good Rivals of Aether. And if you can't convince them with that alone, we are going to be having a Twitch ABSA giveaway in the coming games. There's going to be a couple of codes dropped in, so make sure you stick around. If you got a couple other people that are looking for new ABSA skins, something cool to flex on with their friends, definitely bring them in here to come and have a look.
Yeah, I mean, gonna have a few for pools, gonna have a few for top 8. Either way, we're going to be having a few fun games and pools like this one. Now, on Ethereal Gates, you know, EU Starter Classic, Tanko going to be able to start things off with stage control, but I don't know. Etalus Kragg is something that I would say is handily Kragg favorite.
Oh, right? Yeah, MSB. Oh goodness, hold on. Tanko caught off the side of the stage.
Yeah, no,
gentle rock just clipping over the edge, and that is it. Tanko losing that first stock. Now we talked very fully about Cake Assault previously. MSB is another name that's been around for, you know, like a couple of weeks now, I would say. No, obviously one of the best players in Rivals of Aether history, bar none, has been on this Kragg, I think, pretty much the entire time, and has been a force to be reckoned with for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, he's played around with a few secondaries here and there, but, you know, the Kragg is always the tried, the true, the classic, as Tanko is really going to be having a lot of trouble with this recovery, as, you know, MSB, on the other hand, seems to thrive in this disadvantage state.
Yeah, he's thriving, but he's getting hit up a little bit right now. Tanko has found a lot of percent at the advantage. Great call out there, but just not quite finding that second hit of the forward strong. Oh. There it is coming through. That is going to be stock taken right there. Great DI from MSB, but that is not going to be enough to save you your high percentage. And the big chomp from Etalus is going to be enough to take that one down, though 100% right now on this Etalus.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Etalus Kragg matchup, right, is that Etalus and Kragg, for the most part, have very strong boxing options, very strong burst options, but Kragg has so much better control of that mid-screen range. But, oh my god, speaking of control, MSB still in full control of this game. Does not matter where on the screen he lands.
Yeah, I was so patient there because it was on a really aggressive play there from Tanko to try and find, you know, an early stock, try and cheese something out there. And it was patience from MSB to just back up, find that down air afterwards, secures that stock, and now Tanko sitting on 75%, but on their last stock now. It's a rough position to be in right now. MSB very high up, but does still have that pillar available, has another one in the pocket. Surely is going to get used here, if I'm correct. Yeah, there it is, just on a little bit extra time right now. Happy to avoid those icicles, and there he is landing back on stage comfortably. 85% right now on this Etalus. 130 though, there's definitely room for MSB to drop the stock, but I don't think he's looking to.
Yeah, I mean, MSB just looking to continue to rack up the damage on Tanko, right? When you have a full stock lead, you're looking to take this game, not just this stock, right? You're just trying to rack up as much extra credit as possible, as MSB at 145 is more than happy to trade for damage.
Yeah, no, it just puts you in a comfortable position. You know, this stock does not decide your game right now. MSB still has that extra one in the pocket. Would have to be basically a 0 to death from this Etalus right now. He's playing super patiently. I think that's a really good defining characteristic so far this game is that MSB finds that down strong center stage, and that is going to clean up the first game of this set.
Yeah, I mean, MSB with a dominant 2-stock on game number 1, but you look at the damage given and the damage taken, right? They're still relatively similar. It's not like Tanko's not getting the hits in. It's just actually sealing out his stock and taking it away from MSB is so difficult. And Tower of Heaven, a completely different stage layout, might be the answer that Tanko needs.
Yeah, could be. Changing things up a little bit as always. You know, if you're struggling, that's probably the best thing to do. These players, obviously, plenty of practice on all of these stages. Thousands of hours in this game for literally probably every single competitor that you will see on this stream, in this bracket. Lots and lots of experience. It makes Rivals a really a difficult game to get into. You know, you've got so many people with all these hours, but you know what? Hey, it's a super kind community. A lot of people ready to get you in it if you want to get involved with the game. There's going to be people there to help out, and you know, it's going to take a while, but I think everybody that you know gives this game enough time to really get involved is going to be able to see success given the right amount of time. And time is what MSB has been playing with basically this whole game so far, the whole previous game, just playing patient.
Yeah, playing patient and, you know, going to be going off stage, and Tanko, oh my lord, MSB was the one playing patient, but Tanko just looking for a kill and saying, I want it, and I want it now, going to get it, and MSB saying, all right, well, I'm going to take your life in response then.
What a gross setup there. Back air off the wall into the fair to steal things up. Obviously, MSB evening things up with that rock toss off the side. Great little cancel there. Sliding off the edge and just isn't in the stun anymore from the parry. Just sliding off of that ledge as a result. Now MSB playing very aggressive off the side. Reminds me a little bit, we're talking about Kraggs. Obviously hasn't showed up yet. I don't know if he'll be in this tournament. But CB is one of those Kraggs that likes to switch it between that hyper aggressive playstyle and super patient. We'll see whether or not MSB is going to start to do the same thing here as we're starting to see a little bit more of that aggression starting to work its way out.
Yeah, I mean, MSB absolutely ready and willing to do a lot of the Kragg cheese, right? But, oh my lord, speaking of which, we almost got that 4-strong immediately coming out. Tanko trying to make sure that MSB doesn't have a way back onto stage yet, but oh my gosh. I called MSB the man who taught Kragg how to fly, and you're gonna see the reasons why, and Tanko gonna teach MSB how to fly a little bit too high this time.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit oversailing there from MSB. But that is going to be a stock picked up for Tanko. 0 apiece right now on their final stocks. This is looking a lot more comfortable for Tanko. He's having a very good showing right now versus MSB. Racking up some early percentage right now. 35, 40, 50 now on to Kragg. MSB having a hard time trying to break through this aggression. Tanko has really picked up the speed, and as a result, it's treating him very nicely.
Yeah, I mean, MSB just trying to find a way how to get back into control, but oh my god, speaking of control, you have to be so careful when trying to edgeguard MSB because of the opportunities that he's going to be able to find if you make the slightest mistake.
Yeah, no, if anybody knows how to make it back to stage on Kragg, it's MSB. He'll be able to make it back from just about anywhere. That hammer setting up that ice armor is going to be very difficult to kill Etalus for the next 40 or so percent. See whether or not that's going to put any wrenches into the spokes of MSB's plan right now. Is another refresh on that. Going to be very comfortable. The parry is going to get rid of that. MSB now having a little bit of room to try and find the stock right now. Very high percent on both of them. Any strong hit could really take either of them down. This ice armor consistently giving Tanko another lease on life.
And MSB just looking to find a way how to get back onto the stage, but Tanko not going to be dropping that edge guard and not going to be dropping that game, going to be able to bring it to a game number 3. That Tower of Heaven choice was exactly what Tanko needed.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to see what MSB is going to do for the stage pick after this.
I'm guessing Frozen Fortress.
That's a decent guess.
Well,
I would say that there's probably some merit in that one.
Would you look at that? For those of you who don't know, Frozen Fortress is in fact one of MSB's favorite stages, and while it is technically the Etalus stage, I think it's this one. Etalus does not love this one. I actually would much rather counterpick Etalus to this stage.
Yeah, it's kind of funny actually to think about it. You'd think, you know, with the kind of how Rivals feels, it's such a game that feels like it has so many little personal touches. I feel like the stages would be crafted to their characters, but in this case, no, Etalus really doesn't like being here if he doesn't have to be. As much as the ice is there, the water makes him a little bit uncomfortable. And so, oh my goodness, MSB chasing up to the top there, finding that first stock nice and comfy.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of comfortability, MSB very comfortable on this stage. Honestly, it's like he broke into Tanko's home and said, hey, yeah, I'm just gonna make myself some breakfast with your cooking utensils and kill you with them, I guess. I don't even know. Tanko just does not have a chance to get back into this. MSB fully in control.
Yeah, MSB has just said, hey, you've been recovering high for a little while, bud. You should probably stop that. And just sending him up to that top blast zone every time that he sees it come in right now. MSB with that stage control is looking so dominant, able to punish, you know, consistently all those recoveries. That's where Tanko's losing their stocks right now. They need to change things up, but hey, you've only got one stock to work that one out.
And trying to get another one of those back air into fairs that Tanko used in order to get that first stock in game number 2. But this time around, still looking for the first stock that he can grab in game number 3. And MSB seems to be taking full control of all of the odd numbered games. But I don't know, it's a little bit of an oddity to see Tanko on this much of a back foot.
Ooh. Very low down there. I was just gonna say MSB taking control of odd number games must not be a Molo player. Even number games have definitely been issues for that guy, but yeah, no, it's been full everywhere right now for MSB. He's been consistently, like you say, in control, non-stop. Tanko trying to find a way back to stage, but doesn't have a comfortable recovery anymore because MSB's consistently punishing. Great wave in and back out again. Get that Etalus' way back home, but home's not looking too comfortable. It's looking like it's being invaded by rock beetles, and MSB is leading the charge.
MSB just looking for it, gonna get it. A 3 stock for game number 3. dear lord, that is a huge display of dominance from MSB. You can't be letting MSB take you to not only a counter pick stage, but his most comfortable pick. And speaking of comfortable stages and comfortable picks, I'm quite comfortable casting this next one. We have Brunch and our favorite Hoppy Knits.